quick little rapid fire over. If you weren't running a gym, what would you be doing?
Camel tamer.
That's my answer, you dog. Oh, we could run one together. We already know we can run business.
Yeah, we could fucking. What is it? Are you running the camel race or are you?
No, you're a camel tamer. So you just like, you know, you look after camels and tame them. So they potentially might be like wild ones, or like you could, if you're going like high stakes, man, some of those camels that race like in
Abu Dhabi,
they're worth like 20 million bucks.
What?
There's money in it. So you think I'm going out here, I'm like, oh, he's not running a gym anymore, he's just playing with camels. I'm out in the fucking Middle East, bro, taming these camels, making bank.
Do you think
they be racing, bro? High stakes.
Is there a height requirement to?
Oh, here we fucking go.
To tame a camel.
Always. As soon as I start getting...
I just enjoyed it out.
As soon as when I start getting inspiration for something, he's always...
I just ask because camels are big.
You don't think I can
Could
handle
you ride the camel?
I can train the camel? They get down on their fucking knees, brother. What do you mean? If you just... Oh, you beat around the bush. You don't reckon I can be a camel tamer?
I don't see you with your skill set. You could do anything, actually. I take it back. Brother, we are into episode 24. Let's go, Jaden. Well, let's kick it off. Let's get straight into it with our weird and wacky sport for this week, which I'm disappointed in ourselves because, actually, first and foremost, check out my jumper. I almost forgot. Years, bro. Years. It used to be not that sort of washed grey, but dude, I used to like PT in this. This fucking thing has been with me for years.
For everything. That'll be weak.
Yep.
Roll up in it?
Yep. 100%. That is my plan.
Seen some things.
But for now, I'll just be continuing to wear it.
I like it.
Let's get into it. So
what have we got?
A few weeks back, or a few episodes back, I should say, we went into weird and wacky sports.
Horse hobbying,
which around the grounds at the gym, it was a hit.
2028 too. Watch that be in the Olympics. It's coming through.
You reckon?
I'm telling you.
Too late to get in there.
Maybe not 2028, but it'll be there.
Okay. All right. Well, this next sport, I don't know if it'll be there. It is called cheese rolling. Some people probably know
cheese rolling.
What this is right off the bat. If you don't, I'm going to show you a video in a second.
Talk me through this because I don't think I've heard of cheese rolling before.
Cheese rolling is a sport that's held in Gloucestershire maybe even, England. Participants chase a it doesn't even sound real.
I like the background info that you've got on this.
Yeah.
It's like a full spread.
Yeah, I was doing some research. Participants chase a round of a round of cheese down a steep hill. This sounds like something.
Is it a specific cheese? Does it specify like if it's Gloucester cheese? That's what the cheese actually is.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is. It's the big round ones, right? This sounds like something you would do with the boys after about 18 beers, and it's about 3 a.m. and you line up on the top of a hill and you go, all right, fuckers to the left, right, let's go. And you just throw it down. And the objective is the first person to try and catch the cheese. Now, I've done some further research into this because I thought, why? Why is the question, right? I've gone, why would anyone ever want to do this? Because once you see the video, you will be like, I never want to do this. They reckon there's theories actually around fertility rights. So like mating rights.
Wait, what?
Like the pagans, like back in the day. This is years and years ago. I'm not 100% sure if that is the
That doesn't still stand today.
No.
That's not why they're doing it today.
Oh my God, that is cool. Imagine. Why they do it today is to keep up those traditions. So once a year, there's a big festival that they put on. I'm presuming it's revolved around cheese and there's probably heaps of beer. But a little insight into what...
So is it just full send? Like once the cheese starts going...
Well, you tell me, brother.
Let me have a look at this.
You tell me.
Bro, what?
We'll make sure this video's up.
How steep is this hill? Bro, this guy's getting ragdolled.
My favorite part is when they try
Oh my fucking god.
they try to catch their feet, but they're going too fast and it's too steep that they just get absolutely pumped.
Bro, this is 40 G's of whiplash going straight through the neck. Oh. I can't even see the cheese. Bro, what the fuck is going on?
The funniest part is I watched a full video of this in my deep dive research that I was doing. And
Did people actually win?
brother, the cheese moves so fast. Like you think they throw it and this thing's a perfectly round shape. So it just goes. And the hill is like that. Bro, they're getting pumped. That is just so
How does the cheese stop? Like, what happens? Is it just the first person to like grab the cheese, or like how does it work?
what goes up must come down. So the bottom of the hill there, it levels out at some point. And then I think the objective is they're trying to get down there as fast.
And the first person who gets the cheese,
Some people's
bro, it's like mousetrap.
Some people's tactics, they go, I do this and I don't even try and run because it's impossible to keep.
They just fall.
They'll just throw themselves. They'll throw themselves and they'll just let themselves roll like the cheese.
Pagan sport.
Oh, wow.
I'm diving so deep into that tonight. That is insanity. Is this just like a 1-day festival thing?
Yep, massive in England. Gloucestershire.
I feel like that's got to be added to the bucket list. You got to try that, surely.
I'm not going to lie, I'd probably do it.
I'd 100% do it.
Yeah.
And it'd have to be after beers too.
We could, next camping trip, we could tee that up with the boys.
Our own cheese race in Australia.
I'm down if you are. All right. Hopefully that is as well received as the horse hobby.
That's amazing. I reckon that could take first spot over horse hobbying now. That's pretty up there.
I would much prefer to enjoy watching the cheese roll.
I'd get around the cheese roll way more.
Much more.
So true.
All right, bro. Talk to me things that people do that frustrate you. What grinds your gears?
Things that people do that frustrate me. Oh my God, brother. Numero uno at the moment. I wouldn't say this has always been mine, but I would say the last 12 months, and especially in business more too. Actually, no, just everything. Let's just go everything. Life. When people say they're going to do something and they just don't do it.
It sounds counterproductive.
It's just the complete opposite of like
The most counterproductive.
it's the most counterproductive thing you could possibly do. The part that I get frustrated at is people will say something and then for whatever reason something happens and you have to do that ugly little follow-up message as well for whatever it is. And then there's always something that follows that. And in my head, I'm not even getting mad at the like that you couldn't do it part. Yeah, busy lives. I get it. People are busy. Got kids. Yep. No stress. Dinner's important. Yeah, you got to get on the table. I get it. Just don't say the fucking thing. Like, that's what people don't understand that I'm struggling with is like, you would save yourself so much time and less pressure and stress if you just didn't commit to it. Like, just don't say it. So I come up, I'm like, hey, Brigger, can you go and get something from the shops from the gym? And you go, yeah, no worries, buddy, sweet as. I'll do it.
Doesn't do it. And
I'm just, then tomorrow I go, Brigger, did you get the stuff? And you're like, oh no, this came up. I'm like,
beating around the bush shit.
as opposed to me going, hey, Brigger, we need some stuff for the gym. Can you go to the shops and get it? And you go, let me look at my calendar and I'll get back to you.
I reckon that's the issue for most people, though. They're scared to say no, or they just don't think about how long that thing is going to take them, right?
I think the issue is like a lot of those things that fall under the radar are such trivial things, or they seem like such small and trivial things that we rely too heavily on our memory to just be like, yeah, I'll get that done. It's sweet. But when you do that over a combination of like a week or month or years of like constantly saying yes to things, they start to pile up, and then you start to build a reputation of being like, well, he's not going to do that. They're not going to do that. It's so frustrating, bro. It kills me. I'm just like, I'd rather people just get to a point, as opposed to like, if they can't focus on the integrity of doing the action part, focus on lowering the things that you commit to and just go, oh, I'll have a look and I'll get back to you, or I'll have a look and see.
Yep. Learn to say no. Learn to say no.
Or just no.
It's actually okay.
No works too. No is completely fine as well. So you could do that as well. But
we're big on that. Like, I know that if I can't commit to something, as long as I'm not doing it with every fucking thing that you ask me to do for us, for the gym, for work, everything like that, as long as I'm not doing it every single time, because then I'm just becoming lazy and slack. Like, I know that if I say no to you, you understand it. You're like, okay, that's fine. Maybe I'll find another avenue. It's all good. People just need to learn to be like, you know what? It's all good to say no.
Just fix it. Just don't say it. You know. What about you, Brigger? Tell me. Talk to me.
This stems from a deep part of me. It's been something that's been a part of my whole life, and maybe I've spoken about this, maybe not on the potty, but definitely to yourself and people in my circle. My father.
just to preface, Paul, we love you.
Things that frustrate you. My father.
My fucking dad.
No, my father has many great traits.
He's a legend.
People love him. He always gives people time of day, eye contact. Speaking of the time of day thing, that's kind of one of his cruxes.
I love a Brigger hug too. Oh,
yeah.
Fantastic.
Everyone gels with him, man. Great people person.
So what's the problem?
His fucking time management skills are the worst, literally the worst that I've ever come across. And I've tried to work it out. Like I have. Over my years of growing up, I've tried to put two and two together as to, maybe it's something he's struggling with, something that stems from his childhood. Like thinking that, doing the full fucking deep dive.
Should I go back?
And then I just think he just doesn't really care. Like the world revolves around him and his time frame, and that's it. Like, I'll give you a good example. Like, we'll go down the bolo for dinner or whatever. I'll be giving him a lift home. Tay and I are ready to go, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll go here." And then he pops over to that table. Got to say goodbye to the boys. Pops over to the next table. Say goodbye to them. I kid you not, he'll easily go over 15, 20, 25 minutes, and we're just standing there. And it's because he's too nice, and he's just a people person. And it grinds my gears.
So what's
the what's the point?
Because I'm getting lost. What's the point that actually makes you angry?
The point, because it's not just my dad. When people don't have urgency, or they're really slow, and they think that everything else or everyone else in that moment, it revolves around them specifically.
Bang! I'm gonna slide like just one more in here to add on that.
Dad,
because
I love you. Yeah,
mine hasn't got to do with your dad, actually, thank God. So we're not pumping him completely, but I'm going to quickly sneak one in that adds to that with urgency. When you go to the shops, man, fuck me. When you go to the shops, whether it's just you walking around, like doing your normal shopping, or you go to the grocery shops, even on a footpath, man, it happens on a footpath. And you're walking, and someone's like walking there, oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, that looks nice in the shop there. And they stop right in the middle of the fucking walkway. Right in the middle. And they go, oh,
it's true.
Oh, yeah, looks pretty good. Oh, kiwi's on special. Oh, look at that. Pull over to the fucking left. Like, what do you... In terms of talking about, like, the world revolving around them, like, every time I'm walking, if I ever, like, go to look at something in the shops or something catches my eye, little step to the side. Little step to the side. Make sure I'm out of the way. People keep walking in and out. Happy days. When you're in the, like, groceries or something, people look and they got the trolley and they're just walking around. They go, oh, that looks pretty good there. Trolley smack bang in the middle. Those aisles are literally only made where you can just squeeze past two trolleys past each other.
And I mean, if there's a trolley in the middle, the chance of two other trolleys getting by is slim.
Slim to none. Slim to none. And when you're walking around the shops and you just walk in and then they just stop in the middle and you're walking right behind them, and then you're the one who has to veer. I know where I'm going. I'm on the straight and narrow. You're the unsure one. You move out of the way. I'm going.
I know exactly what you're saying.
I can't find the solution. I can't find the solution. And no matter how zen I go into that, it breaks instantly. Instant frustration.
Maybe, well, if you're at that point, I think you just need to cave and become that person.
Ooh. You do the shit thing too. You don't say anything, which could probably like actually fix the problem, but you do the little, and like you walk fast, but like past them, like on
You're
purpose.
Such a fucking sook. You're such a fucking sook.
You like walk past the left of him, and then you walk faster. You're just like, you see, like, such a problem. They have to go around you.
First world problems that we have here.
It does, man. It's terrible.
I'm going to throw one more thing that really frustrates me. I hate double backing. I think this is a term that I've made up.
Double backing?
I'm pretty sure I've made it up.
Backing.
What's a good example? A good example would be like, so when I structure my days, I try to structure them in a way that are sequential. Okay, so I'll know that I need to be at point A, and then from point A, I'll go to point B. But what I fucking hate is then having to go back to point A I don't know why it grinds my gears so much, and I might need to sit down with my therapist about this because this might not be the right setting for it. But something about it annoys me. I think it's because I feel like I'm wasting time.
You're just Mr. Productive.
Well, yeah, I'm just like PTs is a good example. I always put them back to back. I'm like, I'm there. So it's like, if it works for that person's schedule, let's line it up, straight after the other one. It's great. But I don't want to go somewhere and then come back and then sometimes even have to go back to where I was. Grinds my gears.
So talk to me, why are you going from, if your time management is so good?
Oh, I don't, because I struggle to say no at times to people.
Why are you doing it, mate? It grinds your gears. Why are you going back to point A? You should have been done with point A. Oh, Brigger.
Too nice of a guy.
Too nice of a guy. I want to know, we've been talking about this the last couple of weeks a little bit. We've put out some content in regards to our Instagram page with this too. 1 year and 5 year goals. What do they look like? I know we dived into the start of the year more of our goals for this year, but let's go from now until the following year, full year. It doesn't just have to be around our business and the gym, but more touching into even personal ones. And 5 years, because we haven't really drifted into that, because that's a long term.
5 years is a funny one. It's so, I think 5 years are great as just a directional marker to have in your life. I just think so much changes during...
A lot can change in 5 years.
Yeah, dude. Even a 12-month period. 5 years ago, I'd only been in the fitness space for almost 2 years. And I didn't think I was ever going to own a gym. So, I don't know. I like to have directional markers with it, which I'll get to. But regarding 1 year, my main focus for the next year is developing the gym. I want to grow our membership base. As we're continuing to grow, it's interesting to see how many members we can handle in the space. And it's actually more than what we originally thought, which is great. It means we can scale and, impact more people that way. I think if we can get it up around sort of 90 to 100, obviously with our model and the way that we run it, I know personally I would love that. And I think it would still flow. That's the main thing, is making sure that it's not two chockers in the gym.
That's what we base it off anyway.
Our hybrid premium membership is going to be a big part of that, which we'll talk about in the next episode.
That's a little plot.
Exciting things that we've got coming for the hybrid premium membership.
Excusez-moi.
Key journal. Obviously, with the key journal, that's my other main line of work that I do outside of the gym. Nick and I are in a real building phase for the key journal, and the biggest focus is on building out the team that we have. Yourself is included in that. We've just had Claire join us and Jade, which is awesome. So I want to be extremely reputable on the Central Coast with the service that we provide. And that's, within the NDIS space, but we've actually had a really exciting meeting a couple of weeks back about potential other avenues with what we could be doing there. So look, continuing to build that as we are, for sure.
I love it.
And less stressed, less overworked, and less hard on myself. All those things are all very self-inflicted. I don't know. It's a strength and a weakness for sure. Working as much as I do, I love it so much, but I am getting better. The last few weeks,
you have been good actually. Yeah, you've been switching off a little bit,
and it's been good because I've been building to a point of then being able to delegate, and it feels like with what we're doing with the gym and also with the journal, it's at that point. So it's cool, man. It's cool.
You're getting a lot better at it, man. Firm handshakes.
Yeah, I think for me, that's kind of my main focus points for the next year, for sure. What about you for the next year?
You give me 5 years.
Let's go. I like getting a bit back and forth. It's like we're over here playing
conversational. Yeah, I like that.
Tennis, ping pong, whatever you want to call it. Hitting it to you.
Serving it. All right, I'll give you a nice little back end. 1 year would definitely be my big focus now. Is I want to buy a house with my partner Molly. That's the main focus. So over the next year, knuckle down, save the pennies. No more late night McFlurries, unfortunately. Just absolute shit out. Man, soft serves used to be 30 cents. McFlurries used to be $2 something.
What are you paying for a soft serve now?
$1 something. Yeah, McFlurries are $5, $4.80 or something. But you got to get Oreo and M&M's, so it ends up being $5.20, $5.40.
He knows where I'm going with this. How much are they? Cootie will know. Loves a little late night run.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the adults. You get the nice little flakes too.
M&M.
You got to get the little flake in there. It just starts adding up so quickly.
That is so good.
So yeah, no more McFlurries, which Wasteland love that, but mine hates it. But definitely own a house is a big focus. We've been working on this a lot, obviously, with the gym. We're in a really good space with the gym, but where we are, we'd eventually like to buy the purchase
Yep.
the units that we're in, so then it's solidified forever. So then you're stuck with me forever.
Oh, yeah, I expected that anyway.
Forever and ever. We'll put a ring on it.
We'll take it.
So that's a big focus. In the next year, I'd like to travel overseas again. It's not as big of a focus for me now. I'm definitely can be in a position where I can do it, but a lot of my focus is drifting more towards buying a house, owning our gym, and mine's exactly the same with yours in terms of building the members at the gym too. I feel like that's we've got all these goals down, and that's a given. Like, we're doing all the steps to put that into place to get there. But yeah, that's a big focus. But I like keeping it short and sweet with those things. I got a bunch of little ones in between that, but they're the main ones. They're the big ones that I'll be ticking off. So
I rate it.
All right, man. Little backhand back to you. 5 years.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't touch on too much of my personal side of things there, but look, achieving a lot of my business and work-related goals. It is also achieving my personal goals.
Yeah.
So travel though in the next year for sure. Going to Hemo soon, Hamilton Island, and then America at the end of the year. So
Live it up, brother.
I want to go to Japan
Next year.
Shogun. After watching
Shogun.
So good. If you haven't seen Shogun, holy shit, watch it. That made me appreciate Japanese history even more. 5 years though, happy and free.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah. Look, traveling, this mix between traveling and also like running a successful business is like the ideal life and goal for me.
100%.
But my marker there is for being able to actually travel and not have too much of an impact on the success of both the businesses I'm running. Currently, with the situation that we're in, we're wearing most of the hats. So is what it is, but it's heading in the right direction. Setting up for a family. This is a funny one actually. Like when I was young, always around family environment, like our cousins would get together all the time, and it was always like on the forefront of my mind, like being a dad. And it's funny, as I got older, that definitely changed a bit. Like work, just understanding like how expensive life is, and home, like purchasing a property and running businesses and all that sort of stuff. It took a massive like back burner. But probably the last 6-12 months, those feelings have been coming up again. So
cool.
It won't be anytime soon, but I would like probably over the next 5 years to be able to achieve that. That'd be pretty cool. The last one is make money. Like I just think it's
make that shmoney, bro.
I just think it's so important. Some people like beat around the bush around like, wanting to make lots of money, and like to me, it is important. It's the thing that's gonna allow me to set myself up for a really stable family environment, making sure that my kids are provided for. Like those things to me mean a lot.
It's an integral part of life.
Yeah.
As much as people want, like you said, want to beat around the bush, you have to respect it and you have to understand the role that it plays in your life.
Yep.
It does. There's no question about it. It's a non-negotiable.
Yeah. And for me, like doing what we're doing now, bro, it's achieving that. It's allowing me to like help and serve others, but yeah, I can make money from it as well. It's really important.
Which allows us to keep doing it.
Yeah.
We have to make money from it to be able to do it.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I don't think people think about that. It's actually a necessity.
You can do more of what you love if you get paid for it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's kind of where I want to place my attention over the next 5 years.
I love it, Mitchell.
What about, hold on. Hit it back to you.
It's a good shot.
Was straight down the line.
On the line. I was going to say that was on the line, that one.
Just in.
My 5 years are very similar to yours. So I definitely like to look at starting a family too. I think talking about starting a family again is a tough one because timelines change. Things change. You're in different positions. I think, again, over the 5 years, it gives you a bit of a rough idea of where you're at. I don't know how healthy it is, and this is from an opinion for myself, to go, when I'm 30 years old is when I'm going to have kids. Like, I don't know what I'm doing when I'm 30. So much can change. So I don't have a specific time. Within a 5-year period, I'd like to be owning my own house, being in a position with our gym and my own business that ties into the gym anyway, that is pretty solidified and is growing steadily, that I can look towards doing that. I was the same with you. I was always actually really nervous because I loved the idea of a family, but I could never picture it. And I think I couldn't picture it because in a positive way, I was very selfish with all the things I wanted to do for myself first. Yep. Like I just wanted to do things for myself to tick that off. So then when I got to the point of having kids, for me, I could be like, that is what I want to dedicate my time to. I'm happy with the experiences that I've had in my life. Now I can devote as much time as possible to giving them the best life.
I think you're still in that, would you say? Like, because I know I'm still in that, like that selfish side of it.
I'm still in it, but I'm starting to drift. Like I'm really happy with what I've achieved. Like I still love my training. I'm still training towards goals. That's fun. We've set up the gym, something that was like a dream. We're starting to get to a point where that's running really smoothly now. So I've done a lot of things that I've ticked off that once I buy a house and everything as well, I'm kind of like, I'm doing pretty good. Like I'm happy with what I've done and I've traveled heaps of places. I still want to travel a bit more, but I'm ticking off things and I'm not sitting and asking less and less what if questions. Like if I want to do something, I just get after it and I do it. So then I tick it off. So I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, now like having kids will kind of be fun when I'm in a position.
That's a great approach. Getting to the point where you're actually asking yourself less, what if I did this? Or what if I did that?
Because then that makes me nervous of holding this form of resentment, whether it's towards yourself, your partner, or even your kids, of being like, oh, well, before, you know, you had that, you wanted to do this and you wanted to do that, but now you can't because of X or whatever it is. And that sounds terrible, but it's the reality. Like that's what happens with a lot of people because it's expensive. Like you said, it's expensive. You have a responsibility, they're dependent, all these different things that come with it. So I don't think you're ever truly ready for it, but I want to be as ready as what I can possibly feel mentally, where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to take on the challenge of that because that's what I'm excited for. Very extended answer, but yes, that continue to grow the business, like what you said with the gym, potentially maybe another one in the future, but we'll see. I don't know, not getting ahead of ourselves.
I'm supposed to talk about things before doing them, dickhead.
Oh, so true, stoic. We're on holiday. Damn it. Anyway,
what
delete
did Molly used to do?
Bad Molly. Bad Jade. Bad Molly. And I want to continue to grow our team. So we've got a couple of coaches on board now, which is fantastic. I want to continue to grow that because you do better in numbers. We're only 2 blokes trying to figure it out. So a couple more people on board, I think would definitely help.
Heads up with that.
Yeah,
we've spoken to people. Yeah, I think I agree with that big time, my friend.
So
love the team at the moment.
Great team.
So important.
Energy, high.
Energy, so fucking high. It's so important to us, isn't it? Like whoever we do get on board is this like, you got to vibe, man. You got to vibe with this. You got to bring oats on a Friday morning. I'm on this week.
You're on this week making brekkie.
No peanut butter for you.
Thank you. Thanks for that, Claire.
Hospital. Yeah, Claire fully tried to kill Jaden.
Bad week for me.
She had enough of your shit.
Yeah. All right, quick little rapid fire over. If you weren't running a gym, what would you be doing?
Camel tamer.
That's my answer, you dog. Oh, we could run one together. We already know we can run business.
Yeah, we could fucking... What is it? Are you running the camel race or are you...
No, you're a camel tamer. So you just like, you know, you look after camels and tame them. So they potentially might be like wild ones, or like you could, if you're going like high stakes, man, some of those camels that race like in
Abu Dhabi,
they're worth like 20 million bucks.
What?
There's money in it. So you think I'm going out here, I'm like, oh, he's not running a gym anymore, he's just playing with camels. I'm out in the fucking Middle East, bro, taming these camels, making bank.
Do you think
they be racing, bro? High stakes.
Is there a height requirement to...
Oh, here we fucking go.
To tame a camel?
Always. As soon as I start getting...
I just enjoyed it out.
As soon as when I start getting inspiration for something, he's always...
I just want to ask, because camels are big.
You don't think I can handle a camel?
The camel?
I can train the camel. They get down on their fucking knees, brother. What do you mean? If you just... you beat around the bush. You don't reckon I can be a camel tamer?
I don't see you with your skill set. You could do anything, actually. I take it back.
Oh, what I'm in mental roller coaster, brother. You're giving me hope, and then you're just giving me another backhand, and then
just push and pull.
Fucking
push and pull.
Fine, if I'm not doing that, I'll just cut hair or something.
You can be. I reckon you'd be a good barber.
I'd actually all legitness.
Would you actually want to do that? Like, are you being serious?
Well, cut hair?
No, be a camel tamer.
No, fuck no. I don't even know if that's a job.
Oh, well, you go.
I'd probably work in sports psychology, or I reckon just working overseas doing some touristy stuff would be cool. Everyone's on holidays, man, having a good time. Make sure a couple of people don't drown on the rafts or something. Hey, don't put the life jacket on. Hey, don't jump out.
After you've had 15 beers.
After you had 15 beers, no, I probably wouldn't do that. Maybe like Bali somewhere it's a bit more loose. Oh, maybe don't. Oh, shit, sorry.
Just the best waivers ever.
Just, yeah. I reckon just having a little bit of fun or something, traveling overseas.
I rate that. Actually,
I'd definitely go sports psych first.
Yeah.
But if just nothing with fitness and it just fucked up, something touristy, I just travel and work somewhere and get around it, you know?
I could see you doing both of those things.
Thanks.
And the camel taming at the same time.
If I'm tall enough. What about you?
Well, I've got the key journal going, and that's like very, very close to my heart. So I would be doing that full time if we didn't have the gym. But I felt like I was good at sport, and then I never just like really gave it a crack. Like I remember I was a bit of a bitch with rugby for a bit, and then when I went back to rugby, I was like, oh, you're like not really a bitch anymore. That's pretty cool. And I feel like if I like put my head down for something, I would like to try and achieve something in sport.
Could have made it.
Could have played in your netball side.
Could have played in the netball side, mate. If it wasn't for the injuries and fucking politics, would have meant something.
ACL got me.
ACL, bro, and the fucking injuries. It's just, yeah.
I've never done an ACL.
Make sure as well you tell your kids that when they ask about if you played and how good you were.
Fucking oath. I'm going to
have made
this
it.
episode and be like, see, I could have.
I was there. I could have made it. I
could have.
got the, yeah, mate, I got the scholarship. I was going to go, but...
All right. Fitness trends / exercises. Tell me, do we keep them or do we fuck them off?
Oh, here we go.
Tibialis raises.
Oh, look, I reckon there's merit for them. I reckon definitely is an accessory exercise to put in there. It doesn't replace all the big bread and butter stuff. The problem with things like this is tibialis raises are a really cool accessory exercise to throw in, but then they get so much hype around them on social media that they start to be seen as an exercise that should replace bigger exercises that make up the bread and butter of programming.
Accessory for a reason.
Keep it in the accessory category. Lane, go to the left with the trolley.
Compound the cause over here.
Accessories.
Over.
So yeah, I would keep them in, but with a clause. Time and a place.
Time and place.
Yeah.
That being the clause.
That being the clause, yeah. Time and place.
I rate it. I like that.
I got one for you.
Carnivore diet. Keep it.
What? What, brother?
Oh, it's so contextual. Like,
yeah,
for the right person, sure. For most people, probably not.
No,
probably not. It's not well-rounded enough to ensure that you're getting all of the macros that your body needs and requires. So who am I to sit here and tell someone to do something though? Like, that's not us. It's not us. I think for the carnivore diet, like my friend Halen, who loves and loved, I think he's still doing it, the carnivore diet. It's great. He said he felt great on it. He dropped body fat, mainly because you're just dropping your fucking calories. But look, I've never done it, so it's hard for me to say. But I think if I had to give an answer, I would actually fuck it off because for most people, it wouldn't be good.
I think, who else does? Is that Liver King bloke?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's he at now?
He's got some educational content.
Oh, very, very educational.
I can't believe that shit is still going around. Like, he's still, like, just killing it. Like, heaps of people follow him and, like, everything that he puts out.
Yeah, and all it takes is...
He was in a crocodile's head the other day.
What?
The inside of a crocodile's head. I don't understand it.
And all it takes is spending like 12 to 15K a month on performance-enhancing drugs, and you can too have that.
He doesn't do steroids, bro.
Oh, really?
No way. His skin wouldn't be that red.
Maybe it was from the carnivore diet. Anywho.
Too much meat. Fuck. All right. Keep or fuck it off. Smashing raw eggs straight down the hatch.
I would say it's more productive to grow your biceps by pegging eggs back at cars when you were like 12 than fucking downing it. Go and egg a car instead of like downing eggs. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Fuck it off. Where did it even come from? It's probably
Have you done it?
Yeah, and once I did it because my mate's like, oh, it's heaps better if you do it in like a chocolate milkshake. Can actually like very confidently tell you not better.
Not it.
And it almost ruined a chocolate milkshake for me too.
I only had to do one once, and it was at our... we call it Kangaroo Court. It's on Silly Sunday.
Oh, yes.
And essentially, if you're getting pinned for anything throughout the year, you got to get up there, and you got choices. You can join the boat race, throw down a couple beers, or you just cop a cracked egg straight into the mouth and throw it down. And I was like, we were a lot of beers deep, and I was like, I can't do this boat race. So egg, and it was like, no, this close to coming back up and went back down.
It's just never. It's always going to be 100% fuck off. Last one. Oh, this one exciting. Squat pulses.
Fuck off.
Oh my god, the pulses.
I'll reframe. If you are an Instagram girl with a big bunda and it gets you lots of clicks and lots of ultimately money, maybe do them. Maybe because it's their livelihood.
This is true. At the end of the day, if you're exercising, I'm happy. All right, I'm not going to tell you to fuck off and exercise if you're exercising, but
So Jaden's a nice one.
if you are exercising and you choose to prioritize squat pulses over everything else, I'll say very politely, fuck it off.
But Jaden, I'm keeping tension on.
Tension on the glutes and it's to grow. Absolutely fuck off. Closing it out, I've got a little life quote for you. Would you call it a life quote? I don't know. That sounds a bit dramatic. Let's just go a quote.
You're out here dropping bombs saying that
It's not really a life. Well, I suppose it's a life quote. It is to life.
it is
A live quote.
alive. I like it.
A live quote. All right, we're going to leave you with this one. I like this one. I think you'll like this too. You ready?
I'm ready.
This is the quote.
Okay.
We accept the standards that we walk past. What do you think?
I like it.
It's good, isn't it? Give that a little bit of mental real estate over the next week. We accept the standards that we walk past. That rubbish is on the floor, mate.
I don't even want to add to that. I just want to leave it.
Just leave it at that. That's it.
See ya.